What's up, all you cool cats? We're taking you way back for part 2 of episode 13 of the Super Rad Podcast. I'm Nick.
I'm Dude.
I'm Mark.
Continue, DJ.
Oh, that's it. Just the intro.
Okay. We went back for, what was that, like a retro Dick Clark? Hey, all you crazy cats out there.
Something like that. I don't know.
So, we were talking off the mic a little earlier about fights over video games. Have you ever gotten so heated that maybe, you know, come to blows? Maybe get in a shouting match with your friends?
Several times.
Well, there's the infamous one between me and you. But, Nick, has that ever happened to you? Have you ever seen
I've seen shouting matches. I've never seen a physical altercation as a result of a video game.
Because I know you were talking about Mario Party, which, like, if you steal the star, if you take the star...
You're looked at as, like, the shittiest person alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been threatened. I've seen people, like, ruin healthy relationships almost because of that game. That's probably the number one most... I mean, it just frustrates people.
I've been stabbed with a prison sheet for Mario Party. I've watched my brother slam a controller into someone's forehead. An N64 controller. It was awesome.
It was awesome. Not like...
WrestleMania 2000.
Not like it was like a horrible thing. Like, dude, it was awesome.
Well, you know, the kid deserved it, really. He pulled him out of the ring, like, when he was the last character left after he got dethroned, and my brother decided to get up and slam the controller directly into his forehead.
Dude, the butt of an N64 controller would have to hurt so bad.
Oh, and it wasn't just like a dink. He got up and, like, wound up and slammed it.
Nate, if you're listening to this, you're going to anger management classes.
He's not listening, so...
There's also a pretty famous... altercation at the Cromwell house between you two. I think it was during Time Splitters 2, where there was a heater thrown, and like parents had to intervene, and I was told to go home because things were getting like too real.
I don't recall that, but I'm sure it happened.
Yeah, Nate grabbed the heater and threw it at you, and I was like, guys, just settle down.
Like a space heater?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Nate had one in the basement. Next to his bed.
Oh, actually, that's another one.
Intent to maim right there.
Oh, yeah, dude. And I was sitting on the bed, like, in the middle of it, just like,
I do have one other one, and this one was probably the worst of them all.
It can wait, hold on now. It can get worse than, like, maiming someone with the butt of an N64 controller?
Yeah, I came home after drinking, and...
oh, okay.
And my brother, I don't know if he was drunk or not, but... at this time, we were sharing a room when we had 2 TVs and our own PlayStation 2s, and we were like really into SOCOM, and he was already playing, and I hopped on, and I died, and I got pissed off for some reason, probably because I died, and he told me to shut the fuck up, and I stood up, I walked over, flipped him off his chair, he picked up a dumbbell. You see this scar right here? You see this scar?
Gosh.
He took the metal dumbbell, it was a 20-pounder, and punched me in the face with it. And blood just started squirting out of my face.
We are not painting a pretty picture for Nate. It sounds like Nate is a fucking psychopath.
Forget about Nate, just like video game players in general.
Yeah, but like all 3 of those stories all came from Nate's rage.
So your brother was built.
No, it came off mine too.
Yes, Chet.
It came off mine too because I flipped him out of his chair.
So basically, the Blowstang household got a little gnarly when it came to video games.
Yeah. We'll leave it at that. But with age, your testosterone goes down a little bit, especially after the fact that I've been castrated. But
it'd be great if Nate came in right now and was just like, "Fuck you guys!" and like flip the computer over.
And then that was the end of the podcast.
Yeah, just super rad.
You said you were playing the SOCOM Army game?
Yeah, they used to be like pros in it.
There's something I wanted to bring up, and usually I'm not the topic guy. Is it okay if I do?
No, absolutely not.
Let's consult for a minute. Huddle.
Nick, go ahead.
Hold on. No, we're gonna huddle real quick. Alright, we've granted you access.
Wearing headsets for video games, is it possible to look cool?
No.
Oh no, are you kidding me?
No. In fact, I've been like an avid like person like trying to petition like for people just to like walk around nude, just wearing the headset, nothing else but just the headset. Like,
Take pictures as
cool would
art.
that be? Like just start like a forum of like nudes with people just wearing headsets.
You know it's not cool because like you came over. What? You went to the library the other day, and I was playing Minecraft with you. That's when you're
Never gonna get it.
Never gonna get it. That's when you're singing that fucking song. And Nick just takes a picture of me with the headset on my face.
Yeah, you're always gonna look like a loser. So I thought, like,
no matter what. Yeah.
how funny would it be, like, if you like that was your Halloween costume, you just walked around with like just a headset on. Like, what are you?
But it's not plugged into anything.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
And with a controller, and people are like, what are you? I'm a gamer.
Flank the left! Flank the left!
And
I'm a
randomly-
gamer that doesn't play by the rules.
Yeah.
Star formation! Which is actually one of my favorite troll stories. One of my buddies that never had played like Xbox or whatever came over to my house and I was playing like Call of Duty or something and I let him put on the mic and he was just like, alright everyone, look in your manuals on page 52, we're gonna do the star formation. We're going in hard. And you know how online people are, everyone's like, hey, shut the fuck up, like you fucking loser.
Yeah.
He's like, alright, star formation! Star formation!
So even just the entire concept of like playing with someone that's not in the same room as you,
No,
pretty
it's,
gnarly. I've never done it.
well, it's fine, like, if it's your friends, but, like, I mean,
I've had some funny experiences with that because my buddy, or a couple of my friends actually play like not WoW, but the precursor to WoW.
Warcraft 3.
Yeah. And like they would be playing online, and like one time, he was on a team with someone that was in, I don't know where it was, but it was a Spanish-speaking country.
Okay, so like a random guy.
Yeah.
Like the worst ever.
And there was like
Wow.
a revolution took place, and his own
Spanish
teammate,
Revolution?
his own teammate stabbed him in the back.
Was it the Spanish Inquisition?
It was, but it wasn't like Catholics on
Yeah.
each
Yeah.
other. It was,
Okay.
Gamers really like can be like some of the crappiest not players,
People.
like people. in
Yeah,
general,
no,
like,
people.
Crashing the funeral in WoW comes to mind.
Oh man, that video is fucked.
Do you know about that, Mark?
No, I've actually crashed an actual funeral. I'm kidding. No,
You are going to hell, my friend.
Someone like
There's
some
a video on
avid-
YouTube.
Some girl that was like an avid
yeah, whatever. We've
Dave
been
Abbott.
drinking. Who cares?
Jim
We don't
Abbott.
drink.
Jim Abbott.
He only has like one hand.
Well, Jim Abbott had one hand, but this person had some sort of like terminal illness.
Yeah, no, the story's actually kind of fucked.
And yeah, I guess I think it was a girl, like passed away.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
her like WoW clan was having like an in-game like
Funeral, yeah,
like
a
funeral procession or
Yeah.
whatever. And then some like
shitty
Yeah,
fucking
some, like-
clan like rolled through and just like killed everyone and like fucking just disrupted the whole thing.
Is this gonna like come off mean? But like,
Yeah, I can tell you that right now.
like, that's
yes.
like it's kind of stupid.
Why? I mean, that was like her.
I think that was like super meaningful for her.
Yeah, she was,
couldn't,
like, terminally
leave the
ill.
house or something.
All right, okay.
And like
I don't
it
know.
kind of brought another thing to mind.
It just seemed like super tacky, but okay.
Yeah, it was kind of tacky, but the other kids were like, it reminded me of like, I know you've had experience with people like this too. You're like, oh, that's some kid that I feel bad that he's getting picked on, but then you find out that they're a complete asshole in addition to being a nerd, so you don't feel bad anymore.
The attention-seeking nerd.
Yeah.
Not just a nerd, like
Or
you
just
know.
an asshole.
Yeah, it actually it doesn't have to do anything with being a nerd, like just being an asshole. Yeah. Yeah, it's not tacky, like that was.
Yeah. I mean, I guess like video games have come to the point where like, I mean,
They've really evolved.
If you put it in a sports term, like if you let some terminally ill person like throw out like a pitch and like someone came out and like tackled them, like
Yeah, it's basically the same thing. Yeah, it's like
Alright.
super fucked.
And I think that this person's like friends were like the internet friends. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
Probably
so-
didn't have a lot of close friends. or just what? I don't know. I'm assuming things now, but
Yeah.
it seemed like they were being pretty serious about it.
Yeah, it's like a super heavy situation. We'll post a link to the video so you guys can make your...
Get all bummed out.
Well, no, so they can, make their own assessment of it so they see it, whatever.
We're not just like really buff, like good looking, like masculine dudes, but we also have like, really soft sides to each other.
Speak for yourself. That's pretty funny because Nick's over in the corner right now pumping like 250 worth of iron.
Yeah, like the whole time we were talking, he was actually like curling 100-pound dumbbell.
It was beautiful.
And no, he was not trying to punch me in the face with it.
You can curl with those too. You don't just have to punch people.
You don't have to use them as weapons, kids.
Blunt force trauma.
If there's one thing we can come out of this is that...
Never use a dumbbell as a weapon regarding video games.
Or anything.
Yeah, control your anger. Drink in moderation.
Nate, we're sitting you down. You're going to intervention.
Drink responsibly.
No. No one ever said that. Get crazy. Get out of control.
But don't blame your actions on alcohol.
Exactly. This isn't your parents' podcast.
Yeah, fuck off.
And don't think that it's okay if you do something really weird and then like bring God in the equation. That's not okay either.
What?
Where are we going?
Yeah. Okay, well on that note.
ActRaiser.
Oh, okay. I will back that. Okay. I fucking love that game.
I'm gonna fist pump you in your face for that one.
Well, just drop the dumbbell. Well, to go on to my question of the podcast, we were talking about this a little off air or whatever.
Why are we here?
I think that's an ActRaiser type question.
Okay. I'm sorry.
We don't want to get all existential. The first time we were like really blown away by video games, we were talking about Wave Racer. Or Wave Race,
Wave
right?
Race 64.
Yeah, Wave Race 64. And that was the first time, like, when I saw the water, or whatever, the graphics in the water, that just, like, literally blew my mind, because I'd never seen anything that crazy before. So I want to know what your guys' first impressions, the first time you guys, like, got, like, blown away from video games. Like, maybe it's the graphics.
For me, it was that one, and it actually cost me a TV because I thought it was so real, I, like, ran into it, trying to dive into the water.
I don't think the 64 graphics were that good.
Sure, he's got to be stoked with that run.
That's why I'm missing half my head.
He literally did a flip while drinking a Mountain Dew. But maybe it doesn't have to be the graphics, maybe it's the story, but just something that just, like, totally blew you away, like, from video games. For me, like, Wave Race, like...
You mean the first one?
What?
The thing that blew you away.
Yeah, what did I say?
No, I was just asking.
Oh, yeah, just the first thing that just totally, like, blew you away. Because I didn't have an N64. I had a PlayStation, so I went to, like, one of my friend's houses. Boo! Oh, fuck you. And then, like, I saw that, and I was just like, holy shit. And I saw Super Mario 64, and I was just like, it just blew me the fuck away. Like, triple jump, dude.
That didn't get old.
Yeah, right. But, like...
losing the head, that kind of
It was that. It was the water, like, the physics of the water, like, grabbed me at first. And then, like... as the system kept going on, like, it was just like, oh, whatever. And now you look at that now, and you're just like...
Yeah, no, yeah.
Shit.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, you look at it now, I mean, obviously, like, PS3, Xbox 360, like, whatever, but when we were little, like, that was, like, fucking mind-blowing, dude.
Yeah.
You were like the top fucking kid on the block, dude, if you had a 64. You were, like, on top of the world. Was there anything for you that just, like, blew you away, Nick? Like, the first time you saw it? Like, graphics, story? Like, what's the first, I guess, lasting impression that just, like, blew your fucking mind?
I'd have to do two different ones. Obviously, Final Fantasy, the PlayStation 1 era.
7?
Pick 7 or 8, because that's... I mean, I was as involved with that as I would be with, like, reading a novel or something, as far as... like having an experience with it. And then not just graphics, but like everything was also like Ocarina of Time, seeing someone else play it for Nintendo 64. I was like,
especially
not really sure what I was watching.
The music for Ocarina of Time, man, so good.
And like, I don't know, that one for me was just like, whoa, this is a video game. It doesn't even make sense. Because I mean, at the time, you know.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, like we're little kids. Like, I guess like the N64 when it first came out, it just kind of was like really. Not to like, you know,
well, that game was
make this about the N64, you know?
It wasn't just graphics though, the games were good.
Oh yeah, they were fucking awesome.
No, but with Ocarina of Time, like it was the sense that you could go anywhere and almost do anything.
Yeah, it was like that sandbox or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like open world. Like you had objective, but you could go explore too at the same time, and like.
I don't think there had been too much like that at that point.
No, not really. I mean, like Link to the Past a little bit, but not. To,
yeah, but
like,
it wasn't like 3-dimensional
and like breathtaking.
Yeah.
Because I guess the other one we could go back to would be Mario 64, where you get to choose the the paintings or the levels. You know?
Yeah.
And that's another thing that Mark was talking about off air or whatever. The water in Mario 64, because that was that's the one that it came with.
Like, I compare Ocarina of Time to, like, Minesweeper. Like, it was just so good.
To Minesweeper? It will stand the test of time. It's like Solitaire.
It's like Skitchin.
Skitchin! I totally thought he was making that game up when he was talking about it.
If anyone has ever played a game for Sega Genesis called Skitchin, I want you to please go on Twitter or Facebook or MySpace, Friendster,
Zanga.
LinkedIn.
Yep.
all that, and just tell us your stories about it, please.
You can get at us at Twitter at the SuperRad, and please give us your skitchin stories.
I need somebody to back my
No, we saw it.
The only skitchin stories I have is when my dad was like, "Hey, get back in the skitchin." That's all I have. And I didn't know what it meant at the time, but now I understand. Like,
so apparently you were rollerblading in a mobile kitchen while being yelled at by your father, while Nick Gerlach was controlling you on the Sega Genesis.
I have more influence over you two than you think.
oh my god!
The fact that you don't know and don't believe it shows that I'm doing it correctly.
Well, I did not believe there was a game called Skitchin, especially when you brought up what's the punk band's names in it?
Yeah, there were some crazy ones.
Spicy Placenta.
Spicy Placenta comes to mind.
How is that real? How is that put on the Sega Genesis?
Because it was Nard Out fucking rollerblading game, dude. Like, deal with it.
Nard out. Not a single fuck was given.
Not one.
Not one.
Not a fuck was given. Not even a mouse.
He just goes into the fucking whole thing. Fuck, I hate you, Mark. Alright, well, if there isn't a better time to end that, I don't know what is. Thank you guys so much for listening to episode 13 of the Super Rad Podcast.
It's part 2, by the way, so...
The whole thing. We're banking on that they listen to part 1 too. We have our fingers crossed. Make sure you guys follow us on Twitter at the SuperRad and like us on Facebook and all that social media jazz.
That bullshit, that fucking bullshit ass malarkey. It's all malarkey. I'm kidding.
That,
For our female fans,
that malarkey helps us a lot, so we're just gonna cut that. No.
For our female fans, we're gonna be auctioning off a night on the town with the blow stang.
Can't you tell that he's a fucking gentleman? Mouth like a sailor. He'll take you skitching.
No, I'll tell you to get back in the skitchin.
And
We'll be auctioning off a date with Tooth.
yeah, right. He immediately gets kicked out of the date. Well, thanks for listening, guys. Make sure you subscribe and all that jazz. I'm Tooth.
I'm Mark.
I'm Nick.
And get rad.
Stay rad.